Imagine you've got a clear path to financial independence. Every dollar you save today is a step towards the anticipatory journey of your early retirement in the near future. What if I told you that the journey to financial freedom is not just a means to an end, but a satisfying and liberating experience? In today's video, I'm responding to a really thought-provoking comment from one of you on my previous video, Fire with Dignity, why I chose this path to financial freedom. In the comment section of that video, I engaged in an extensive dialogue with this particular subscriber, a 32-year-old young gentleman. I am very grateful for his willingness to share his circumstances and personal challenges in the public domain for the purpose of seeking new perspectives. So if you are watching this video, I hope to continue our dialogue and unpack one of the questions you asked me. I hope the perspective and personal journey I share in this video are refreshing and will help you find the answer to your question. The question is, how do you enjoy the pursuit of fire and not focusing on what you would do after retiring? To me, this topic of retirement is like an oasis in the desert. It is as if all other life pleasures are tiny stars you will see in the sky in comparison to the sun, which is retirement. This question is not only beautiful, but also profoundly relevant. And I totally understand where you are coming from. The idea of an oasis after all the hustle and sacrifice is indeed a very appealing image. But what if I told you that part of the secret to enjoy your pursuit to fire, and then what happens after that, is to shift how you think about both the journey and destination in the first place? In today's video, I'll share how I learned to embrace the process rather than just the outcome as I walk through this journey myself in my 20s and into my 30s as a Plan A retiree. If you have ever wondered how to find fulfillment in your journey to fire without fear of getting lost in the future, keep watching this video to the end. Why thinking like a Plan A retiree matters? Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, my name is Avril. I hope you have enjoyed a blessed Christmas holiday this season. So let's dive into the heart of the question from this young subscriber, which I will reframe a little. How do you enjoy the pursuit of fire without constantly obsessing over what comes next after you hit your financial independence number? First of all, it is essential to reframe the idea of retirement. Many people see retirement as an endpoint, a finish line that signifies a total stop. But thinking like a Plan A retiree means seeing retirement as a continuous evolution, not a static destination. Plan A retirees don't just work towards quitting work. They focus on creating a life they genuinely want, which doesn't depend solely on the absence of work. Pursuing fire is not about putting your life on hold until you retire. It is about creating a plan that allows you to design the life you want from the present to the midterm and eventually to that pit stop. In other words, even while working towards your financial goals, you are also designing your retirement life in a way that works for you today. Whether through hobbies, time with family, travel, or having fun with your personal projects like me, working on growing this YouTube channel, it is about finding pleasure in the present rather than waiting for the oasis. The spirit of pursuing fire is actually more than just reaching that finish line. It is about how you start living right now, today, while working towards reaching that pit stop, which I call the early retirement checkpoint. Embracing the journey and the destination. Allow me to rewind my story a little back to my early 30s when I was your age. As I explained in my earlier videos about my background, I took an unconventional path in my 20s when I decided to switch from civil servant to real estate agent when I was 24. How I usually describe what triggered my action at that time was due to me experiencing a pre-quarter life crisis. It sounded funny, but that was really my state of being when I was 24. My youthful thinking then was, what have I got to lose? If things don't work out after a year, I can always return to find another job. But I will regret and hate myself if I do not give the present me to give it a try today. With this confession, I bet some of you watching this now would probably start forming perceptions of me as a rebel or a problematic kid. And you are right, I am not guilty of admitting I am one. By the time I was 31, I had hit the first milestone of my financial independence number. And honestly, I was very comfortable and happy with owning my personal achievement because I earned it. In fact, if you knew me in real life at that point, I was literally living like a semi-retiree until some life events happened and I experienced first-hand unfortunate incidents that happened to the people around me. My thinking shifted. Is this how I want to live like this for the rest of my life? I was only in my 30s, and honestly, life may be short, but the journey can be long. The Oasis analogy. The Oasis analogy made by this young subscriber is beautiful, but it also highlights a bit of a trap. If we think of retirement as the only source of happiness before we deserve to be happy today, then we are missing out on the everyday pleasures that are just as life-affirming. Plan A retirees know that the Oasis is not the one and only end goal to score for. The image of an Oasis serves as a motivation to help you keep progressing forward. And plenty of smaller moments along the way, as how this young subscriber had beautifully described. Life pleasures are tiny stars you would see in the sky. Retirement should be a space where we can explore even more of what makes us happy, but it is not the singular focus of your entire life journey. I didn't wait for retirement to take more time off to explore new hobbies or pursue new adventures or people worth working for. I decided it might be more fun and meaningful if I began integrating things I enjoyed along the way, allowing me to prioritize my interests now rather than in some far-off future. Being intentional about your choices. In 2017, I chanced upon an unexpected opportunity in my real estate business. I sold myself out of my own company to work for someone else to build and grow a real estate agency startup. My decision-making process at that time was based on two fulfilled criteria. Number one, I wanted to try and build something bigger beyond me. And number two, I liked the aspiring founder enough as a character to be my boss and someone I can work closely with as a companion on my work-life journey. When you start thinking like a Plan A retiree, you look at life through a lens of intentionality. You are not just working towards a number in your bank account. You are working towards a lifestyle that will give you joy, meaning, and purpose. So the trick to approaching my life as a Plan A retiree in my 30s was designing a life that will make me more likely to enjoy living it. It is no longer about waiting for that perfect moment to arrive. You get to create a fulfilling, satisfying journey every step of the way. Yes, retiring early is a dream come true, but every day you spend working towards that goal is also an opportunity to create this joy and meaning for yourself in the present life today, while having fun in the process of doing. And that was how I did it in my personal journey. How to balance the short-term and long-term in FIRE. So how do you enjoy the pursuit of FIRE without always focusing on retirement as if it were the one and only end goal? One possible solution is to start building a life you don't want to escape from. A Plan A retiree works towards financial independence. However, they are also working to build a life they don't want to escape from. You can start structuring your life so that even if you don't hit FIRE tomorrow, you are living as a happy human being today. That could be through flexibility in your work, making time for self-care, or even pursuing personal projects and choosing to work with the people you feel excited to spend the bulk of your time with. And for you, young gentlemen, my advice for you is to adopt a possible mindset shift and be a happy working human. There is no need to view your current work life as something to tolerate until you retire, and if need be, make a change to it. I also noticed that you have used this wording in your comment, in comparison. As the saying goes, comparison is the thief of joy. Instead of comparing retirement to the sun, why not try seeing your work as part of the larger picture of your life and make it your rainbow? Your job is only a piece of the puzzle, not the whole puzzle. Work is not the enemy. It is just one aspect of your life that can be a source of earning, learning, and achieving when it's aligned with your values and interests. My honest opinion. So to answer your question, the key to enjoying the pursuit of fire without fixating on retirement is to start thinking like a Plan A retiree. This means balancing your long-term financial goal with short-term life satisfaction, integrating meaningful activities into your daily life, and shifting your mindset to see the journey as important as the destination. For the rest of the viewers watching this, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. How do you keep yourself motivated while working towards financial independence? Do you dream about the oasis? Or are you already enjoying the stars in the sky? Please drop a comment below and share it with me. If you have found this video helpful, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in this other video.